Hey guys, thogden here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today, on the 25th of May at 1 PM, the England squad is going to be announced for the friendlies and the Euros. We were Southgate, okay?
Yeah.
We had a 26-man squad. This is what we'd bring this summer to the Euros on the plane. Are you ready for it?
I can't wait. Football's coming home.
Hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. My 26-man squad might win the Euros. I'm not sure about yours.
Yeah,
well, I don't know yet.
You're probably right, actually.
Let's crack straight into it. We're going to go through position and position. You guys better join us in the comments below. This video is all about discussion. We're probably going to be wrong. We probably forgot some players as well. So get involved in the comments below. What's the like target?
The like target today is 8,000.
8,000. No! We're going for 16,000. Like, we're doubling that, Dad. Dad, it's the Euros. It's the England content.
Right.
We've got the whole of the nation together for this one. 16,000 likes. And let's start with the goalkeeper.
It's very, very simple, this one, Theo. Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope, and Dean Henderson.
I completely agree with you. I can't even think of another England keeper right now who deserves it more. Okay, there were shouts for Darlow, I remember at one stage, but realistically, them three is absolutely key. If you look at Pickford this season, Southgate loves him. He's always going to be in there. Nick Pope, probably being the best English keeper this year. Would you argue? Would you agree with me?
I would pick Dean Henderson, but I'm going to be very honest here. I think this is three good goalkeepers.
Right.
But they're not Peter Shilton, they're not Alisson. They're not great goalkeepers.
There's no Petr Cech. And the reason I mention him, we saw him at the Chelsea protest.
Yeah.
And also, it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Petr Cech. We don't have a Petr Cech.
No.
But can you see a Petr Cech in Dean Henderson in the future?
He is the best of the three for me. He's making that Man United spot his own, or he would do if De Gea wasn't there. He was brilliant for Sheffield United. So he's had those two different experiences. Dean Henderson for me.
Absolutely. I would disagree with you. I think Dean Henderson isn't ready. I think he's made a few mistakes positioning-wise for Manchester United. He's not De Gea yet. And although he's got that position, I still think Nick Pope is a better goalkeeper. On the ball, he's not great. I would still start Pope. But anyway, we agree on the same three. So let's move on to the defenders. We've got a 26-man squad, but we don't have to agree on how many players per position. So let's move on to the left back. How many left backs are you bringing?
I'm going to bring three, Theo, and those lads will be Ben Chilwell,
Right.
Luke Shaw, and Bukayo Saka.
You've got Saka in your team.
I have. And part of the reason for that is experience for the young lad, and
Right.
another reason is versatility.
Okay.
He can shift further up the field.
I have to confess, I don't have Saka in my 26-man squad. And you'll understand why.
Yeah.
I've brought two left backs, Luke Shaw and Chilwell. Quite frankly, we don't need a third left back.
Yeah.
Because Chilwell is a very good backup. He could even start for me.
Yes.
Luke Shaw is brilliant as well. I don't see why we need a third left back. And I know you've probably gone for Saka maybe for versatility. He can play on the wing. He can play left back, left wing back if we want to go to a 5-back system. He's the one player, if there was one extra man I could add, it would have been him.
Yes.
But I'm sorry I couldn't bring him.
And that's very sensible what you've said. There is no argument for me about the main two left backs.
Right, let's move on to centre-back, where there's a lot of options.
Yes.
There's a lot of debate. I guess we agree on the first two centre-backs, Maguire and Stones, right?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, the next two centre-backs, because I guess you're bringing four, right?
I am, Theo, and I'm bringing Tyrone Mings and Fikayo Tomori.
What?
Yes, I am.
You've gone ballsy.
I have, because everyone's overlooking Tomori. Now, this season in Serie A, according to some people, he's in the team of the year. He's been superb in Italy.
Fair play. I did not think you would know about Tomori. I thought it would have just not crossed your mind. You would have gone for like Connor Cody or Michael Keane. I've gone for two very interesting ones. I think you'll be surprised to know that I've also added Tomori to my back four.
Wow, that's interesting.
Which is crazy. He's one of my four. Now, the other one, we've got to give him respect. He's been unbelievable this season. Southgate will never bring him, but this is my team, not Southgate's. Ben Godfrey. He's in my team.
Yes.
If I was the manager, I'd take him because versatility. He could play left back, right back, centre back. He's put in a shift this season. I watched the Everton Wolves game last night and I thought, I want a bit of that in my England team. Toffees fans will back me up here. Godfrey should go. He won't go, but he should go.
I've got to say that one of my right backs could also slot into the centre-back position. I'll name him later. What worries me, Phil, if Harry Maguire gets injured, then we have to move to a three centre-backs, don't we?
Do we?
Yes,
Tomori
we do.
can play in a Milan back four, and he's been unbelievable this season.
No.
He's benched their first-team player.
No way. Absolutely. Without Harry Maguire, who is the standout, pivotal centre-back, without him, it is three centre-backs. End of story.
I would believe in Godfrey or Tomori in a back four. They play that for club. They've been standout this season. Give them the shot.
No, too inexperienced. Ben Godfrey, a cracking young player, but emphasis on the word young.
Dad, you've brought Mings. I mean, that guy's got a mistake in him. Konza saves him so much at the back.
I would play Stones and Maguire in a centre-back 2.
I wouldn't rely on Mings.
If Maguire was injured, I would move to 3 against any team.
Well, that brings us on to the right-back position. Comment down below if you agree with us, disagree as centre-backs. There's loads of options you could have gone with. This is a difficult one. There's so many options.
Yeah.
Trent apparently isn't going. Apparently, the news has broken out that he's not going. Whatever Southgate's doing, it's irrelevant. This is out. This is if we were the manager.
Yeah.
So my back 3, I'll go with it first.
Yes.
I've gone with Kyle Walker, which I think you've also gone with because he's just unbelievable. I've gone with Reece James.
Yes.
And Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I brought 3 right-backs.
Right, I've gone for Kyle Walker, Reece James, who will slot into a centre-back position if needed. And of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's been brilliant recently.
You've not got Wan-Bissaka?
No.
No sign of Wan-Bissaka?
I had no worries about this 3.
I think Southgate won't bring Trent, but he'll bring Trippier.
No chance there.
He was there for Russia. He was incredible in Russia. And actually, I don't mind if he brings Trippier because he's about to win the Spanish League. He's been incredible this season in Atletico Madrid. But I would not bring him. Look how good Trent is on the moment. He's on form. He's on fire.
Look, I think that Trent Alexander-Arnold is a match winner. He's been superb recently, but that's for Liverpool, where you're going to have 60, 65% possession, aren't you? It's very different for England. He's not as good in an England shirt, but he's good at set pieces, and on his day, he still is a match winner. You've got to bring him.
Comment down below your 3 right-backs if you're taking 3, and let's move on to the midfielders, where I'm sure we're going to argue more. Let's start with the DM position. Which holding midfielders have you brought? First of all, how many holding mids? I've already picked 1 less player than you, so how many holding mids are you bringing?
Well, Theo, I've gone for 3 DMs, all right? And I've gone for Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, and Jude Bellingham.
As a DM?
Yeah, I'll call it a DM. You're slotting it in. You could call him a CM. Forget that title for a second.
Okay, well, my 3 holding mids are Declan Rice.
Yes.
Calvin Phillips, like you, right?
Yes.
And then also Jordan Henderson. Now, he will be back for the Euros. I had to bring him. I know you're very against Jordan Henderson, I think.
I have to explain this one. Number 1, he's been injured recently, Theo.
Right.
Number 2, I think we've got to look to the future. Jordan Henderson's been a brilliant servant. I wouldn't take him in June.
Why wouldn't you take him, Dad? The experience, he's been there for so long. He'll teach the kids how to represent England, all the other younger players that are, just breaking onto the scene.
Theo, he's injured. He hasn't been playing for Liverpool.
Yeah, but you've got to bring him as a leader. Even if he doesn't play, he's got that experience in the dressing room. He literally will be side to the gaffer telling the players what to do. I think it's absolutely
vital. Bring a leader.
Vital.
Let's bring Tony Blair or Henry Kissinger.
Oh
if he's not going to play, you don't take him. Sorry,
Dad,
Jordan.
You're being a mug here. You have to take Jordan Henderson. And it's an absolute... It's a must, even if you don't start him. And by the way, if he's fully fit, you start him.
Declan Rice, for me, if he's fit all day long, he's the number 1.
Oh, I know he had a little bit of an injury scare at the moment, but I think he's going to be fully fit for the Euros. And I genuinely believe he's one of our best midfielders.
Yes.
This season, he's improved so much, next to Souček. It's a shame Souček isn't like English and we could link them two in the England midfield. But it's not going to be like what it was when we won the World Cup in '66, full of West Ham players.
Bellingham, I think he's turning into an amazing player. He will be 18 years old during the tournament.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen of him, a special young player. I want him there for experience.
Jude Bellingham, I haven't put him in my DM position, but if we now move on to central midfielders, I brought Jude Bellingham. And it's absolutely key that this guy, I wouldn't start him, but he'd definitely be an impact. If you want energy off the bench, he knows how to play at Dortmund. The impact he's brought, scoring in Champions League, knockout stages against Man City. If you've got the bottle to do that, then you've got the bottle to play in a Euros. Facts.
Absolutely, and his energy is brilliant. I love the way he drives forward. But in terms of my CMs, I'm going to bring Mason Mount. Now, some people will call him an attacking midfielder. I've called him a CM for the sake of this video. And I'm bringing all day long James Ward-Prowse. And I'm thinking about starting him because I'll tell you why, Theo. Set pieces in this tournament will be essential. Look back on this video. Penalties, free kicks, crosses will be very important. That's why I've got Trent in. That's why I've got James Ward-Prowse in, because no one's better than him at set pieces.
And I completely agree with you, Thogdad. It's an absolute must that we play Ward-Prowse. If we're not playing Trippier, we've got to play Ward-Prowse because he is the set piece taker that we need in the team. In central midfield, I've got Bellingham and Ward-Prowse. So you've got Mason Mount. And if we move on to the attacking mids, which I've now got in, I have added Mason Mount. I've gone for 3 attacking mids.
That makes sense.
What about you?
I've gone for 2, but
Okay.
other players elsewhere could be called attacking mids. And I've gone for James Maddison, who I think is a special player back from injury. That is a bit of a out of left field, as the Americans say.
You've gone for Maddison.
I've gone for
You
James
take him.
Maddison. Yes, I'm taking him. And I'm taking, of course, Phil Foden.
He's literally your son.
Yeah, he's my son. He starts. He's in the 11
Oh, yeah.
all day long.
Dad, the 3 midfielders at attacking mid that I'm bringing, Mason Mount, I've gone with Phil Foden,
Yeah.
which both you've already put down. But one man you haven't yet, Jackie Boy Grealish.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
my 3.
Yeah.
That's my 3. I get the feeling Jack Grealish is going to be said when we get onto wingers.
I think he might be there.
Okay, so I'm not going to have a go at you for not picking him because I know it's coming. However, one thing I will have a go at you for,
Yeah.
Madison.
Yes.
You're bringing Madison.
Yes.
I don't know who you're knocking out your front 3 to
Yeah.
get Madison in the team.
Yeah.
But it's a big decision, that.
I'm leaving out a very big name because he's not performing, but we'll get on to that later. James Maddison, I think, has been a special player this year. I want to see him amongst the 26.
But recently he hasn't been great. I would bring players on form because the Euros is a short
Yes,
tournament.
it is.
And if players are on form, you've got to bring them and let that momentum continue in the Euros. I think it's key. Let's start with left wing. Go on,
Yes.
get your names out.
I've gone for Marcus Rashford, who can also play as a centre forward. I've gone for Jack Grealish, who, of course, he's just had an injury, but the plane cannot leave without him. He is a special player.
Where's Sterling?
Raheem Sterling is at home with a can of beer watching the telly, because I'm not taking him.
No!
I'm not taking Raheem Sterling.
You're taking Rashford and Grealish, but
Yes,
you're not taking Sterling.
I'm not taking Raheem Sterling because his finishing has been really poor recently. I wouldn't have him in my 11, and because of that, I think he could be disruptive on the bench. Leave him at home.
Dad.
Let him get his head together. He's not playing well recently, Theo.
Southgate is going to take him.
I know he is, but you asked me for my 26.
Yeah, true.
Raheem Sterling is not in my 26.
Tell me if you agree with him in the comments. I had to bring Sterling.
The last 2 months
Oh,
of
right.
football for Man City, can you remember him playing well?
Look,
All I can remember is us watching the screen and shouting at chance after chance missed.
listen, the thing is, Raheem is a very good dribbler, great pace.
Yeah, I know that.
But his finishing can be very off.
Yeah.
And he's not very confident right now. City have a few games left.
Yeah.
Maybe he can get a bit of game time. Maybe in the England friendlies, he'll start firing in to prove Pep, this is why you should have played me. I'm just saying that.
Theo, on my plane, there's no passengers.
Wow, okay. Well, I've brought Rashford and Sterling as my left wingers. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
agree on Rashford. I've already said Grealish at attacking mid.
Yeah.
So the only one we disagree on is Sterling.
Yes.
Shall we get over to the strikers?
Well, let's go over to the right wing, shall we?
Okay, fine. Let's go to right wingers. Who you got?
I've gone for Jadon Sancho, and I've gone for Mason Greenwood, who can also play as a centre forward. Now, I think he's coming back to a really good level at the moment. He's a brilliant finisher. I want him in my 26.
I'm quite impressed by you, Dad. I completely agree with you.
No way.
On right wing, I've got Sancho and Greenwood.
Yeah, brilliant.
And you're right, Dad. They're both on form.
Yeah.
Sancho recently for Dortmund has been incredible. I mean, the fact of the matter is, he's been playing so well, helping Dortmund sneak into Champions
Yes.
League. They're winning all their games. He's a creator. He's a
Yeah.
finisher. He's a dribbler. And, I mean, Man United want to sign him this summer.
Yes.
We absolutely have to bring him. There's no way we can't take him.
Sometimes, Theo, it's out of sight, out of mind. You listen to Gary Neville and Carragher, and you look at Southgate sometimes, and you think, wait a minute, just because they're playing in Italy or Germany, don't forget them.
That's why we brought Tomori. That's
Yes.
why we're bringing Sancho. It's a fact that they're developing and improving abroad.
Yes.
And maybe it's the best move for them because I don't think Sancho would be anywhere near the quality he is right now if he
Yes.
didn't go to Dortmund.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed that you've brought him.
Yes.
I don't think Southgate will because he clearly fell out
I
with
agree.
him. But the recent form, he's just been so good. I'm trying to put in a mindset, okay? We're at Wembley.
Yeah.
We're drawing to Scotland. We're looking to the bench. We want an impact sub. We want
Yes.
someone to come on,
Yes.
dribble, bang,
Yes.
score a goal. I'm thinking Greenwood.
Yes.
That guy is an impact player. It was Greenwood over Saka.
Right.
Because I was thinking, if we're searching for a winner in one of these games,
Yes.
Greenwood, there's no one better. He's
Yes.
an impact player. He's got the pace, the dribbling, and he's got a finish on either foot.
Yes.
And that, for defenders, it's a calamity, mate.
Now, centre forwards, you know what? This is going to be controversial, but I think Harry Kane needs a rest.
Well,
For a few days, and then he's going.
I don't know where you were going with that. He needs a few rest after all the times he's been on the news. Even
Yeah.
we're making videos about it. Go click on it now.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
Look,
Where is he going to?
Let's be honest, Harry Kane is the best player in an England shirt. He's there all day long. He's absolutely brilliant. And my other choice, I've gone for two centre forwards, but remember, I've also gone for Greenwood, Rashford, who can play there.
Yeah.
I've gone for Ollie Watkins.
What?
Yes.
You've gone for Ollie Watkins?
Yes. And do you know why, Theo? This is the eye test. I've been watching him the last few weeks. and I love it on the counter-attack.
That I never thought of. I didn't even compare. Okay, maybe Bamford.
Yeah.
But I never thought of anyone else apart from Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
No,
If we're
I disagree.
searching for a goal,
Yeah.
if we're searching for a goal in the last minute, we want to bring on another striker next to Kane. There is no one better in the air, physical presence, a bit of pace than DCL.
He misses too many chances, Theo.
Dad, no.
He does, along with Patrick Bamford. He misses too many chances. The gulf between Harry Kane and any other striker, we'll agree on this, is enormous, yeah?
You've not brought an Everton
So
player
you're
in the team.
looking for a real second best.
Dad.
And the second best for me right now, as of today, Ollie Watkins.
You've
I was
not
watching
brought-
him last night and he was superb. He was dangerous.
I know he's dangerous and I know he's on form. And actually,
Yeah.
if we bring Ollie Watkins, I'll be quite happy because
Yeah.
we saw him score in an England shirt just
Yes.
the other game. Quite frankly, I think it's a good move, better than Bamford, because for me, Bamford gets so many chances in that lead setup.
Yes, he does.
I wouldn't bring him personally, but I would bring DCL. He's had a breakthrough season for Everton. He's an absolute backup for Kane for me. But I wouldn't say no to Watkins. I wouldn't pick it, but I can understand why you did. And that ends...
I'm going to make a prediction. Dominic Calvert-Lewin will not score a goal at Euro 2020.
He's going to
Clip
score...
this, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm embarrassed. I hope he scores 6.
If he plays at least 2 games,
Yeah.
I reckon he'll score at least 1 goal. And that for him is big. Just scoring a goal at a Euro game is just huge. And I think he'll be coming off the bench and playing a few minutes. So even scoring is a big moment for him and his career. So I'm going to go against you on that.
Yeah, and the thing about my selections, Theo, I don't think Tomori, Greenwood and Watkins will go. I'm saying who is my 26.
Exactly. This is not a video predicting Southgate's 26.
No.
And maybe that's a video for the next few days. But this is if we were the manager. If you were the manager, go down to the comments and let us know who's going, who's being dropped. Be as honest and just what would win us the Euros? We want to crack the code. Imagine Southgate was reading the comment section right now. And by the way, there is so much Euros content to come to your screens. We're England fans. We're going to be following around England for the games, making loads of content every single day to your screens. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on. There's never been a better time to get those notifications on all the videos. Subscribe and we'll see you all very soon. Smash 16,000 likes and maybe we'll predict what Southgate will do.
It's coming home. That's what I'm saying.
Gosh, you're jinxing it, mate. I'm just going to end the video here. Bye, guys.